Nights, we have 5 mazes. We have It, Zombieland Double Tap, and Dollhouse. And for the first time for you Fright Nights fiends, we have Death Row and the Conjuring Universe. In addition to the 5 mazes, we have 5 precincts around the park. Where you're standing right now is Payne Street. Throughout the night, we will have entertainment by the hellbound rock and rollers from the dark side of Australia's famed glitter strip, The Wrath. We have 2 shows, Rise of the Dead at 8:40 and 9:45. But without further ado, let me ask you, are you ready for blood? Are you ready for gore? Are you ready for mayhem? Then make some noise as we welcome for the last...
The toll of the bell summons the Master of Darkness. Your time of reckoning is nigh. Your very souls have been claimed. He, the darkness, the fear approaches.
presence before me on this night has a price that must be paid. Surrender willingly. The night is ours, and you are each mine. The gatekeeper has spoken. Soul collectors, release the horde!
Been a long time. I guess This is an annual video of sorts. I am so busy in my own life that YouTube takes 100% a back road. A lot's happened in my life since probably the last video. Several moves back and forth states, COVID, love it, and I just don't have time. That's kind of the bottom line. But everybody has still been watching the Fright Nights videos, so I thought, why not just continue on the tradition of an annual video once a year for you guys watching at home. If you've never been to Fright Nights, if you've always gone to Fright Nights, watch the videos for some odd reason around this time of year. Welcome back, hello, good morning, guten Tag. This year, obviously, Movie World Fright Nights, back again for 2022, is the year we're in. Last 2 years not running because of pandemic, COVID, yeah, not good stuff. It came back for this year, post world craziness. Every single Friday and Saturday which it ran was sold out. Fast track maze and rides were also sold out prior to events, so that was great. A lot of extra income for Village Roadshow, and in conjunction Movie World itself. There is filming of every single maze this year in this video, compared to previous videos where none. Purely because it was drummed into everybody that don't film. Do not film. There were signs out on some mazes, on others not. So I just took that as, well, if some have them and some don't, then I'm gonna film all of them. And the quality of these videos may not be good. I had a quick flick through them on the night. There is dark areas with no lighting, which my lovely iPhone 11 could not pick up in the dark, so it's just noises, but you get the gist. Sorry, Movie World, you open the door by letting influencers film. I see this as free range, and plus more people can see what they're coming to see, what is in these mazes, and what expectations. So sorry, you did this to yourself. But do not do it. If employees say do not turn on your phone or do not film, follow employees' instructions. Every single scare actor in these videos were amazing and interacted with my phone when they realized I was filming. So they're on top of it. They know how to interact. So enjoy iPhone 11 quality mazes. Sorry.
May God have mercy on your souls as you enter in. Come on now. Quickly now. Faster. Faster. Oh, listen to those screams. Still looking at Instagram, man. I would have thought there's more pressing matters than Instagram at this time of the year, man. Your soul is in very peril, man. You need to take this seriously. May God have mercy on your souls as you enter in.
thoughts on this year. I didn't mind it. I'm going to preface that I didn't mind it. But the little devil that sits on my shoulder constantly has the one saying that was always brought up when doing the Platinum Terror Tour. It was always mentioned. It was at the same level and experience as Universal Halloween Horror Nights and wearing my shirt and wore my shirt the other time. I have been to both, obviously, with the shirt, and to say that it's at the same level of Universal Halloween Horror Nights is not a correct statement. One of the mazes tonight, so I went 2 nights, I went opening night and closing night, I guess. And one of the gentlemen behind me in one of the maze lines tonight kind of spewed what's been in my brain every single year that I've gone to this event. I don't know if he saw my shirt and that's why he mentioned it to his missus that he was with, but this year was okay. I will never say, unless they can blow me out of the ballpark like Halloween Horror Nights can, I still have that thought in the back of my head that they always mention that, and it's not. People who have been to Halloween Horror Nights need to have that expectation when coming to this. It's very much Australian bogan. I guess you'd call Halloween Horror Nights cousin. It is, it's something. But in saying that, I am enjoying these original houses. I enjoy them over what they've been giving in IP. Thank the Lord that this is Zombieland Double Tap's last year. Lord, thank you. Worst house I've ever gone through at Fright Nights. Expecting something greater this year, did not get it. Like, they had 2 years to re-implement something in this maze, and they didn't. It was a carbon copy of last Fright Nights that ran, so 2019? Yeah. It just got picked up, replaced in the same area, same for same, nothing changed. And then you had Conjuring Universe. I liked some of the things in this maze. Did I enjoy it overall? No, I didn't. My 2 favorite houses. The IPs of Dollhouse, which it's in its last year, and Death Row. Both of them I really loved. Did I miss House of Cain? I miss House of Cain. I loved House of Cain. I even loved it even more when it was in the big studio location. Really dumb idea to have showcases running in this studio that can be utilized in a much bigger and better way, especially during Fright Nights. That location was where the big mazes went. The first Conjuring maze they did for, I think it was Conjuring 2, did so well in that area, and then they moved it and it wasn't so great. So I do miss that. And what happened to the Platinum Terror Tour? What happened? Why wasn't it brought back this year? Like, that still blows my mind that we lost the Platinum Tour this year. Even the Standard, even the Ultra, there was no Terror Tours this year. And that would have been fine if they still ran it without the additional maze experience. Like, that would have been fine. But it wasn't even an option this year. And you could tell. Also, this stupid thing, fast track. First night I went in, sold out night, realized that there was going to be no possible way for me to get through all mazes without one of these. Thankfully they sold maze only fast tracks on the night. Without this, there is no possible way that you could make it through all the mazes at all. The stupid thing about this, I don't know whether you can see it, it says 1 entry to each maze. So it's not unlimited for the $120 that you paid for it. How much it was, I think it was 120, maybe 140. But for 1 entry fast track to each maze, for that amount of money, meanwhile Platinum Territory was roughly $220, $250, unlimited entry to the fast track. Unlimited. And a buffet dinner. Welcome cocktails and drinks. Special maze. Own guide. So this plus entry was roughly the same amount of money as a Territory ticket alone. Why take that away this year? That's the real big downfall, and everybody on the boards or whatever you want to call them also said the same thing. Where is the Territory? Why isn't it an option? You sold out all the fast tracks, all of them. So why this extra product that you could have sold was not an option? Ranking the mazes, obviously number 5 is Zombieland Mannequin Maze with 0 to negative scare actors most of the time. 2, It. I'm sick of this maze. I enjoy it sometimes, but I'm sick of it. I am sick of it, and I'm glad it's going away. Too much money was spent on it with not enough payoff. That one large animatronic has no payoff. Why pay so much money for it? 3, Conjuring. I liked parts of it. I liked the ideas they were going for in those parts of it. But fuck, I hated it. And I think part of me hated it because Movie World / Village Roadshow tried to do what Universal does or Disney does and bring in influencers to preview this maze prior to the event. And the video that I saw of it, bless their hearts, I think they're lovely people, but it annoyed the living daylight out of me. Like, it's not, for someone who enjoys horror movies, it's not that scary. It's not that scary. You don't have to be jumping and crowding in corners. But I digress. Lovely people, just didn't get the idea of having TikTokers or influencers, I guess you'd call them, do a preview of that maze and post it on socials before the event. And yeah, but c'est la vie. we get one more year of it because they rotate them every 2 years. So this will be the last year of it and the last year of Zombieland Mannequin Maze. We'll get another year of Conjuring again. And they can't move it because it was already in one of the shipping container mazes, so it'll be the same next year. Nothing will change about it. Then you had Dollhouse, also last year for Dollhouse, so it'll be interesting what homemade maze they'll do next year to replace it. I hope they do another homemade maze to replace it, not another IP, because they always seem to fall flat on IPs. I don't know why, because it's clear that they can do things when it's their own ideas. So I don't know, it's the limitations of what the studios and the licensing they have, but fuck, I hate Zombieland. Fucking hate it. And then we have Death Row. I loved this maze, and to speed run it at the end of tonight was glorious. Glorious. The people I got grouped with, not so much, but I managed to break off from a group and pretty much have the same experience of doing Platinum Territory, where they just let you through as an individual if you're just there by yourself. So that last run of just myself was glorious. Absolutely amazing. I loved this maze in replacement of House of Cain. Still miss the baby of House of Cain, but it is what it is, rotating 2 years, so we'll get Death Row and The Conjuring back next year, and then we'll see what happens with the replacements of Zombieland, It, and Dollhouse. The actors this year, I just want to give a huge shout out to those people. They went hard this year and I appreciate it. It is a lot of work. It's a lot of energy that needs to be used. It's not an easy task being those people, and I'm not 100% sure how the auditions went this year. Obviously I've stopped going to them and doing them just because of how busy my own personal life is, and I have no time to even just go audition for funsies. But amazing job this year to everybody. Also, massive shout out to the Clown Zone. I've been asking for clowns, I don't know how many years now. I'm sure everybody's sick of it, but we got our clowns, and I appreciate that. I appreciate from the bottom of my heart that we got a Clown Zone. So bring more clowns, please. More clowns. Also, we kind of got a mascot this year. Obviously, what the fuck with merchandising? Like, this is a prime event that could use amazing merchandising, and it always falls flat. It's always the same 2 t-shirts of Fright Nights, the black Fright Nights t-shirt with the red font, and now the second one that looks like it's fading into blood, white to black with red. And then we got fucking the Joker and Harley Quinn zombie t-shirts. What the actual fuck? Like, it has nothing to do with the event. I don't know if it's trying to capitalize on those 2 characters again. Welcome back to DC World. But one Conjuring shirt, which great, fantastic. But there was a sort of mascot, the guy with the knobby things and the pulled face mask, tall lanky dude in black trench coat, almost like Hellraiser but not Pinhead, kind of that vibe. Why wasn't that put on a t-shirt if that was the mascot of this year? Or even a Dollhouse shirt or a Death Row shirt with the guy in the electrocution get up. Like, why not that? Why not that? But I don't work for Village Show anymore, but they're getting there. Honey, you're doing okay. You're getting there. At least we didn't have the fucking space cadet thing again. What a waste of time and money that was. The opening night went well, except it was bloody raining. Also, great merchandising opportunity for Movie World. Have themed ponchos, maybe? Like blood or something on them. Except for the like, it's Queensland. It's tropical. It's going to rain. Bank on it. Have a themed poncho. So, raining. Went on Darkfield flight. Between flight and seance. So I did seance last year at Hoda on the Gold Coast. Prefer seance over flight. Between the two of them, one obviously is a seance, and flight is mortality, pretty much. What you would think if you were dying on a plane, and what would you do? Which was a bit strange. I prefer seance over that. But if you are afraid of planes going down, maybe you enjoyed it. Also, on the first night, booked for 5 o'clock because I knew gates open at 4:30. I was waiting in front of the booth from 4:30 pretty much, waiting for someone to give me a wristband or a ticket or directing me to somewhere that I can go for 5 o'clock. I asked 4 different employees of where I go, what I do. Nobody seemed to know what was going on. Stood in a line once they opened a booth at 5 to 5. Didn't get up to the front of the booth until 5. Said I was here for a 5 o'clock session and was told I missed it and was being put on the next one, which that was the only downfall. And the rain. I left at about 9 o'clock that night because it just got cold, it was wet, I was drenched, everybody was drenched, but it is what it is. You can't help Queensland weather, unfortunately, and thank God it wasn't flooding. So I think the closing night was a lot better. I think everybody got into the groove of things. It was also not too hot. It was a better night than the first night. Also, the security and the ticketing and everything seemed more organized as well. Parking was more organized on getting there. I think Movie World Fright Nights is successful this year on their terms because they sold out every night. Like I said, sold out fast track every night, and people were paying for things on top of that. The glow in the dark horns, the lightsabers, everything was being bought. Next year I hope that we get better mazes, fingers crossed, on what IPs and what we get back. God damn, just bring back the Platinum Terror Tour. People will pay for it. I pay for it. Others pay for it. It sells out. Just bring it back. It's not that extra on top of what you're already doing. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed the videos of the actual mazes. So I hope you enjoyed Fright Nights this year if you went. If not, I hope you enjoy this video to give you a look at what happened. We'll see you, I guess, next year for the next annual video on this YouTube channel. Have a great evening, have a great year. See you next Halloween.